Hey guys, I just wanted to go over my paintball gear. Today is Sunday, therefore it is gun day. That's my themes, at least for today. Sundays I try and dedicate that day to my guns. I clean them, maintain them, etc. Well, today I'm going to go over the paintball gear because I'm an avid paintballer. I want to get back into it again. My friends keep talking about trying to get a game going, so I figure I might as well make sure all my gear is in working order. I just finished cleaning these two guns. It's quite complex, I'm not going to go into it. I'll just show off my gear pretty much and just sort of go over some of the things you need to think about when you play paintball, I guess. See, the first thing is, like, most people think it's all about just having a gun. And you go out and you just got your gun. Well, there's safety issues. You need masks, I recommend having a throat plate. I couldn't find that for this video, but I've got mostly everything else. One thing that most people I don't think about is cut protection. I recommend it. You don't want to take a shot in the pills or you're just not going to have a very good day. So anyway, I've got a few markers here and a few different masks. I'm going to go over the different style markers and sort of what you need. See, people, well, I'm going to go over the two different styles of paintball. There's speedball, and there's woods ball. Woods ball is more like battle sim, and speedball is more like very close quarters, running around, trying to take out the next person. I think in speedball there usually isn't respawn. In all the games of woods ball I play, there is respawn, so it's the difference. This is a speedball gun. It can be used for woods ball, but it's designed for speedball. It's very small, quick, compact, takes your hopper. What I did was whoops, sorry about that. I don't know if this is the right hopper actually. Oh yeah, it is. You just gotta push it up. I cut my hoppers down to be a little bit smaller so they don't ride so high up. I like them closer to the gun. So the only downside to this is your hopper's right in your view. My other markers, it's off to the side so you can actually use your sights. So this one's Piranha. It's just a little customizable. You can put on different barrels. I have a longer barrel, it does work. I can get long shots with it. I convert it to more of a woods ball gun. Kind of looks like not really looks like any kind of gun that I know of, but if I were to say it looked like one, I'd say almost like a shotgun. So anyway, there's that one. I'm going to take this hopper out just because I'm going to need it for my demo. Just put this off to the side. Next thing you're going to need is a tank to hold your CO2 or propane, depending on what your paintball runs on. Mine are CO2. I don't feel safe shooting propane. You're in low bunkers and whatnot. Low spots, propane's heavier than air. It sits down there. It's very explosive. I don't think it's good at all for indoor ranges, but I really don't know how they work and the full principle of them. When you get your tank, there's a little knob here. I'm going to come up and show you. Right there, there is a this little plug. That's a gas relief. If you have too much pressure, it blows. When that happens, you need to replace just that little piece. It's a safety device so your tank doesn't explode. So that's something to keep in mind. You might want to have a few of those on the side. I don't. I need to go out and get some. Another thing on this is there's also an O-ring right on there. You want to make sure it's there and in good order. They have this paintball special stuff for paintball. It's an O-ring grease, and you put this inside the gun too. Just a teeny little drop. That's all you need, just one drop there. And that's on top of this little air section. You put one drop inside right there, and then you put a little teeny bit on your O-ring and just rub it around. Then you put this in the gun, and what that does, it pushes the little drop that you put on here inside the gun, and it keeps the stuff inside the gun working in pretty good order. So next thing I'll show you is a couple masks. You're going to need a mask. I like this one. It's a full wraparound. Gives you full protection. It has a hole that you can modify to put a fan on. So you don't need to modify it. You get a fan that you attach to it, and that's your mod. make sure it fits. You want to do it your strap underneath here. You want it to wrap around snugly and almost pull in onto your eyes a little bit, but not too hard that it's uncomfortable. So just go over that. This needs a little bit of cleaning anyway. It's been sitting in my closet. It's a little dusty. So that's JT paintball mask. This is the one I usually use. I like it because it's camouflage and works well, but it also gives me the ultimate protection. I won this one at the Tipman challenge. I'll just quickly show, I've got 3 battle honors right here. We won all 3 games, red team. Tipman challenge at Twassen. I try and do that each year. It's lots of fun. I keep the tags of well, the games that I won, of course, but which was all 3. But I just keep the tags anyway because it reminds me of, you know, the games we played. So won that one there. So that was pretty cool. It's not like I was good or anything. I did anything exceptional. It's just it's your ticket that you get. They do a draw at the end of the game, and they have prizes. So that's all it is. It's just another mask. This is just strictly goggles. You take a shot to the face, it's going to hurt a little bit, so that's something to think about. The nice thing about that is for certain guns, these work better. When you're buying your paintball marker or gun, just one thing to keep in mind. I've got my mask on. I want to use a scope or a sight. When you bring this up, it's very hard to look down the sight because the mask is in the way. So you have to bring all the systems up higher to use your mask or to have a folding collapsible stock. So that's one thing most people don't ever talk about or go over. And if you're buying gear for the first time, that's something to really consider. When you buy your mask and your gun, or buy a gun, make sure you've got a mask to try on, or bring in your mask, put that on, and then make sure the gun works with it. Or see what kind of mods you can do to your gun or marker to see what can be done. I have this AK-47. I've got 2 of these actually. Only one's I need to go get. It's out of town right now. It has a full-out wood stock. It doesn't have the collapsible like this one, and it doesn't have a flashlight, which I modded onto this for the nighttime and close quarters. However, this one, of course, with the mask, it wouldn't really matter because I can just hold it like this, and of course with the CO2 tank in it, of course with this, with the butt stock, it doesn't really matter because the butt stock's up here, but with this one you can almost use the CO2 just as its butt stock as it is. Have your mask on and shoot straight through, like so. As you can see, my face is far away from it, so the mask is not going to interfere whatsoever. Just for the hell of it, I'll throw the mask, and there. So you can see it's no problem. So that's what I really like about the collapsible stock. If I ever want to, I can pull it out, but I'm just going to show you. It doesn't work unless you take that off. Then you put that out. Now I've got my stock. Put this back in. See, it's a bit of a chore, so I recommend getting a swing out stock to the side if you can find one. That's a lot better, but this still does work. And now with this, I can just use my sights. Just barely use my sights, as you can see. So it does work, but I prefer, of course, the swing out stock to be placed inside for when I'm doing this. So just wanted to quickly just go over that. So that's something to think about when you buy a gun or a marker. Make sure it works with the mask. So, like so. And this one and the other one I have that's just like this. They're both made partially from AK parts, but mostly they're just paintball gun parts. The sight, this empty magazine, the swing out stock, this one little attachment piece, you take these two pins out and this whole section comes off. That's real. This back sight's real. This outer body of the magazine is real, and the wood sections I believe might be from the Kalashnikov. Other than that, everything else, not so much, not at all. So it's just a paintball gun. It can never be conformed back into an AK, so therefore it's not prohibited. There's no reason it should ever be. It's just a paintball gun. Just looks like one, that's all. And I really like it. It's very comfy to shoot, very light, very compact. I can hold it out quite easily. And it's a single shot, semi-automatic, really kick-ass marker. So that's what I like about that. I'm really looking forward to getting my second one. I have to go make a little road trip and grab that when I go see my brother. Now another thing about masks is this is another wraparound, full wraparound mask, all hard. And I added a bush rag to it. It gives it a camouflage effect. I have a full suit that goes with this. I have a ghillie suit too, but I don't wear that out in paintball. That one's just for exterminating, and like that's mostly what I use it for actually. I haven't really even used it for hunting because I don't use a ghillie suit for hunting. I just go out and stalk my deer and shoot them. So, and I don't need a ghillie suit. It really messes up your view of peripheral, especially for deer hunting. It's good for baiting because you're just looking straight down at your bait. So with this, you get a lot better peripheral sight of view. You can see all around because you don't have the ghillie hood in your face with a ghillie suit. So that's why I like the bush rag for paintball. It's a little easier to clean. So this mask actually really needs cleaning. You can see I've taken a few shots. That there is yellow paint from shot to the eyeball I took. No. The thing about your mask is a lot of people don't think they'll take headshots or whatever. Well, that's the area it's always exposed. It's the area it's going to get hit the most. This area. Every time I play, it's usually somewhere around the back of the head or to the front of the head. Because you're sitting there, your gun's here, your hopper. So it's either your hopper or the mask is hit. And when you're playing paintball, if your hopper's hit, it still don't matter. You're still out. So any part of your gun is hit, you're still out. You take quarter paint mark or more usually as you're out. So that's just something to keep in mind. I got a couple different hoppers here. I got this really heavy electronic auto feeding hopper for my fully automatic Tipman Spider. I don't really like it, to be honest. It's too big, it's clunky, it makes noise when it feeds. Doesn't do that all the time. When you fill it up with paint, it only makes that noise when it rotates the balls in. Once it's full, it stops and you shoot and you get more. It feeds another one in. So it's not loud that way, but you have this green light that gives away your position from behind on sometimes. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'll try. There you go. It spins, and it's that object that feeds the balls into it. So it does work that way. It's just that it's heavy and it broke the 90 that it sits on just because of its own weight to fill the paintballs, and it snapped. And when it did that, it broke and cracked all along here. So I don't really use it anymore. I went back to one of these and it works fine for the automatic. I usually only do 3-round bursts anyway. Don't want to waste all my paint and then have to go back and reload. So I just zap strap that, or sorry, not zap strap. I use a C-clamp on there that holds it in. As you can see, I've cut my hoppers down. They don't ride so high up. I like that better. Makes the gun more compact. This barrel got dented, so I cut it down and I modded up a new barrel for it and made it look like a silencer. I quite like it. I would need to put a scope on this because with the mask, it's still, even with this rail raised up, it's still not even enough to really use any sighting off it, but you can always aim off your shots. So with paintball, it's so close quarters, you can always aim off your shots. Paintball's overrated. They think they're snipers, and I mean, sorry, it's only, probably about maybe 25 to 30 yards max that they usually fly. So it's all close quarter stuff. so you can just aim off your own shots. I'm just going to set these over here, so don't have much room. So the Tipman Spider, it's fully automatic. It got a few selectors. You have to charge it up. It's not charged right now, so there's no point in me showing that. And that one's a single shot along with the other. No electronics, so you just put up the CO2, it's ready to go. This one needs to be charged, so there's sort of pros and cons to it. Electronic trigger frame's nice if you want fully auto, but you got to think about the paint and the money. You got to spend a lot of money on the paintballs, so single shot. I mean, if you get really good, it's just a one-shot kill. That's all you really need. So it's personal preference. I've found fully auto is fun when there's mass people running your direction, but quite often everybody's bunkered down that fully auto only just keeps their head down. That's all it really does. So anyway, just a little bit of talk about paintball, I guess. The speedball gun, I'll just quickly talk about that. It's just a small, like I said, but you've got this big tank that's on it, so it does make the gun a bit bigger. But it's a whole other sport. It's close quarters, really just speed. That's why you want the small compact gun that's quick to whip around. You can't really do that with those. So that's another issue. So you really need to think about what you're going to be doing with your paintball experience. Whether it's going to be whether you're going to be doing a war simulation, whether you're going to be doing close quarters or basically woods or open field, and each one of those might give you different options if there's bunkers or not. And so they're basically three different styles, three different tools, and no, I wouldn't say one's better than the other. I'd say that they all have their own purpose, and I'd take all three of them to the range, and wouldn't really matter. It's just I like the AK personally. It's just my favorite. It looks and feels real. I just like that effect. It makes me more adrenaline filled when it feels real, so that's just what I like. My second under, of course, would be the Tipman Spider MR2. The only thing I don't like about it is the charging. Sometimes my memory isn't always best, and I might forget to charge it, so then it just ruins your day. My truck has an inverter, so you can always charge it there. It just takes a while. So just like I said, just things to keep in mind when you're trying to purchase your first paintball gun. If you're wanting to go out and play some sports there. I don't know, any comments, questions, any you can share, please let me know what your gun's choice is and what kind of gear you like. Like I said, I like the full wraparound helmet. I'm not a big fan of the goggles because, of course, you take a shot to the face and you have to walk around and explain to people why you've either got a bruise or a big gash there. I've seen some pretty gnarly wounds from paintballs, so I've actually saw a guy got shot right behind the ear and he had this big mass of flesh just hanging down. So having in your sensitive areas, having some protection is nice. I like a throat plate, like I said, always wear a cup. Sometimes I'll even wear gloves. You can wear chest protectors, all that, but I don't know, shot here from paintball for me I can generally take. Some of them sting a bit, but it's just all part of the game, Don't mind the pain. It's all part of it. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this off now. Hope that, I don't know, triggers some mind juices going to get some people inspired into paintball.